So today I'm gonna draw on my sketchbook for the whole day. But first, let me explain everything to you. A few weeks ago, I bought some Copic markers, but I only used them once. And I really wanted to make more videos about them. So when I was considering some ideas for my next video, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use them again. Also, I'm resorting to clickbaity titles because I really wanna get monetized. So without further ado, let's start with the plan. Since I'm gonna draw a lot of things, first I decided to gather my references and plan the drawings the day before this challenge. I scrolled through my Pinterest page and then I made a board with all the things I liked. After that, I planned my schedule for the next day, cleaned up some space on my phone cause I'm always out of storage, and set everything up for recording. And we're all set. It's time to move on to the day everything happened. Side note, I don't know if it's healthy to do this type of challenges. I woke up at 7 AM, took a shower, ate some breakfast, and oh, it's already 8. It's time to start. And our challenge has officially begun. From now on, I won't do anything other than draw, except for eating and other daily tasks I have to do. For my first page, I decided to draw this reference in a more stylized way. I really like the glasses and the pose.
Get it right. It's Friday night. Where's the red and white wine? Let's take it to another level.
The sketch is done, and this time I'm gonna try to paint without making a line art.
Just get started. Girl, why you leave it? Why you don't hold the shadow?
I only have the primary color, so I had to blend the markers a lot to get other colors, and that's probably why my markers dried so fast too.
I've been running up again.
Now let's add some shading.
Lately I've been thinking maybe you and I should take a day and start to build a paradise.
And the first page is done.
Feel it in your shoulders that the stakes is high. Let's take a little moment now to get it right.
Now it's 11 AM and I have 1 hour to make the sketch for the other drawing before lunch. So let's go.
There's an angel on my shoulder. I hang out with him all day long, okay. I ain't got no devils on me. I don't have no evil in my soul.
And done. I really like this pose and I'm very excited to color this one. But before this happens, I'm gonna cook something to eat and I'll be right back.
2 hours later.
Okay, lunchtime is over, so let's get back to the
I
drawing.
know what you been through. I know what you like. I know you about it.
Now let's add some colors.
Turn off the light. That's right. I know that you want me. Oh, I ain't no fool. We been going at it for a minute or two. Darling, you got the sweetest heart and I don't want it to break.
And finally, here are the first 2 pages together.
I'm afraid it's too late. Spring brings flowers, but they all dried up.
Since the beginning, I wanted to make something very colorful, and so far I think it looks good. Moving on to another drawing, for this page I wanted to make a character so I could draw some cool clothes that I saw in my references.
Out on the weekend. Give me the time and place. Tell me what do you say? Freeze up.
Now let's make the line art.
Look at you. I do. But I can't help. I'm selfish. Girl, I want you. Do you want me to? Do you want me to? Cut to it's a Friday.
And finally, let's paint.
Can I get your number before you walk away? We could sneak out on the weekend. Give me the time and place. Tell me what do you say?
I had to make 3 layers of colors for her pants, and when I started painting the background, my marker started to dry. I got a little help from my girlfriend in this part, and we started painting together, which was really fun. Now it's 7 PM, almost 12 hours after I started drawing. My back hurts, my neck too. My eyes are a bit tired from this big box of light over my head all day, but other than that, everything's fine. Before we continue our journey for the last drawing of the day, I had to make a little pause for dinner again.
1 hour later.
Okay, time for the last drawing. I finished watching the first season of Good Omens a few days ago and I had a lot of fun with the dynamic between Crowley and Aziraphale. Anyways, I wanted to draw them and when I saw this reference here, I knew what I had to do. So I drew them chilling next to Crowley's car and wrote something cool to decorate the rest of the page. While I was doing the line art, my fine liner started to dry too. Luckily, it had enough ink so I could finish the characters. And with that, we now have 2 markers and a fine liner in the art supply graveyard. All that in a day. Anyways, now let's start painting it so I can finally finish everything. I tried to use my dry markers hoping that they would still have ink for me to paint Aziraphale's jacket, but they didn't, and I had to cover it all with black. But that's okay because I ended up liking it later. I used some colored pencils for his pants and hair. Now let's paint the car and add some reds. And to finish, time to paint the letters. It's 11 PM. We're finally done. After a lot of lines and markers, these are the drawings I made today.
It's an awful house, and I wanted to get you out. I'm working on a plan right now to come through. I've waited for a lifetime for you.
It was really fun to make these drawings, at least when my brain was still solid. Anyways, challenges like this are very tiring and I want to emphasize that it's really important to take breaks when we're making our art because at the end of the day I was a wreck and we need to rest to stay healthy and happy. But since I wanted to make some content for the channel, I had to sacrifice myself a little bit in the process. Well, at least I got to make a lot of art in a day. I also spent some time transferring the files to my computer between a recording and another because my phone was always running out of storage, which made the process a bit slower, but in the end, even though I had initially planned to make more drawings for the day, it all worked out and I'm happy with what I did. I hope you guys liked the drawings too. I've been having a great time painting with markers and I hope I can get a lot more of them soon. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and staying this long, and until the next video, bye!
To come